All right, let's start. Hello all, and welcome to this week's edition of Carvel Community Meeting. If you're watching this as a recording, we encourage you to come join us live. We meet every second and fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. It's an opportunity to listen to what the maintainers are working on, provide live feedback, ask questions, or get live help with any of the tools. For those that are here today, if you have anything you wish to discuss with the community, please add that to the discussion topic section at the end of the agenda below. If you aren't able to attend live and would like to reach out to us with questions or feedback, you can also find us in Kubernetes Slack workspace in the #Carvel channel. You can email us, find us on GitHub and on X at Carvel_dev. When you attend these meetings, we ask that you please read and abide by a code of conduct, which is linked out here in the agenda. For those in attendance, please add your name and any organization you're present at the attendees list here. All right. Done with the basic. Now on to the announcements. So I think we have article which has been published. That is Simplify Kubernetes Application Management with Carvel. And thank you to Sefdin Raji for doing this. I think we should add this to our documentation, a link to this to our documentation also. Okay, I think we have new members to the Carvel organization. German, Rashmi, and Max. Are they here today?
Rashmi, yes.
Hey, Rashmi, welcome. And on to releases now. We have kapp-controller 52 released. Anybody wants to talk about this?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. So we made 2 releases, one for kapp-controller and then one for secretgen-controller, which is next in that list. Basically, this is just one, like these releases just cover one change where we changed the model name to carvel.dev/kapp-controller and carvel.dev/secretgen-controller. So if someone was using these as a library, this would be a breaking change for them. Otherwise, no user-facing change in these releases.
Right.
Did we already change K-control as well? Or is K-control the last thing that's missing in terms of like changing the URLs?
Yeah,
We haven't.
That is missing, or we could have the same Go modern feature for both, and that should also be covered.
Yep. I would prefer holding it out till we merge Go mods because it'll be a bit trickier to get a vanity URL for K-control. So I guess the right path forward here is to merge the Go mod.
And that was blocked because of the version of the Go client, right?
Yep.
Did we do anything to do we know what we need to do in order to overcome that problem?
Yeah, we will be bumping client Go in kapp-controller, and we'll have to make some changes because there were some breaking changes in the recent versions. After that, we should be good.
Okay. Anything else on the releases? Any other releases?
Nope.
All right. So since we last met, I think we have two proposals which have been merged, and they are part of the project roadmap. Dependency management, I think we can update the stage 2 proposal is done, and then let's see where we can get the work started on this. And then we have, I think, this work for releasing package repository as a tar already in progress. So maybe we can start reviewing this. Anything on this, Praveen, Joao, on dependency management that you want to talk about?
Nothing specific. Like we have merged the proposal, and we'll soon start working on this based on the priorities.
So like for this particular one, I'd like us to see if we can maybe try something. Not in terms of like.
Well, your voice is not very clear. I'm
Um,
not sure if it's only for me.
the proposal was approved. Is it better now? No, it's not.
No.
Okay, is it better now?
Oh, yes, much better. Thank
Right.
you.
Okay, nothing like changing your microphone to the camera microphone instead of a real microphone, right? Okay.
All right, you're breaking again. So, Joao, till you sort out, can't hear you still. You sort out your microphone, maybe we will quickly look at upgrading the package repository tar. Somik, maybe even John might need to pitch in on this one. Any progress on this?
So I believe the proposal is merged and there's a draft PR up. And the main concerns were around adding tests to the draft PR. And I guess we should just review and make sure that the PR is in line with what the proposal has put out there. So I think like that's what the next steps are for that.
All right, sounds good. Quickly till Joao comes back. We have Aiden here. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, well, thanks.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you. I've been hanging around on Slack for a bit, and some of you have been answering my questions, so thank you very much. I'm mostly here to lurk. interested in Carvel tooling for development. I've got a blog post that hopefully I can get permission to publish soon, and that might be, get our use case out there a bit more, obviously. But I think I've met one or two of you before because I work with colleagues of yours on the Build Packs project. So it's nice to be able to talk to the rest of you.
When you say that you want a blog post to be,
Sorry, I've written a blog post internally. I just need to get it through our I need to get clearance to publish it publicly before I can, and so hopefully I'll be able to contribute that in the near future, I think is what I'm saying. And
Awesome.
then I'll be able to explain our use case a little bit better.
awesome, looking forward to that. All right, Joel, are you back? Okay, so what basically Joel was trying to say is we can try something different for this piece of work. This is going to be quite a lot of work, so we can try to create stories and associate them to the milestones. I think he's talking in terms of dependency management.
Yep.
Yep, looks like quite a lot of work, and we'll probably have to do some kind of project management for this, have a separate epic created with all these and create various milestones. So yep, let's try and do that. It's a good idea, Joel. All right. And going back to the backlog. I think we have quite a few things in the prioritized backlog. Few of them are bugs that maybe somebody in the community, if they can help us out with, would be great. And also feel free to pick up any of the issues which are there in the prioritized backlog. We'll always try and prioritize any reviews. Maintainers would try and review the PRs that would be raised for them. Meanwhile, I think for image package, we are working on this particular issue. Is this that
It's
old
the
PR?
same one we talked about.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Okay. On vendor.
So since Jaw's broken, I'm gonna I guess speak about what I know. So there are two PRs up there. One is adding a cache for Mercurial repositories, and one is for Git repositories. So yeah, so we have been taking a look at those, and I think we are looking to review these and get this merged just to see if, I guess we want to, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong in chat. We want to see if like it's in line with how we cache other stuff and make sure it's like a reliable approach. Sorry, Joe, still broken.
You're allowed to speak only in chat, Joe, today. And in KCTRL, we are working on downwards API at build time.
Yeah, so I can talk about that. So a lot of our users ran into this issue where they're using downwards API and they're using K-control to release the packages. The thing is, downwards API relies on a connection to a cluster to obtain some information like the group versions available or even the version of the cluster itself. And it's not reasonable to expect this to be present at build time. So we are essentially working on like a two-part solution. One, the only reason why we actually run the templates while building a package is that some folks might require the template stuff to go through to have like valid image references. And this might not be the case for everyone. So we'll allow folks to consciously skip the template stuff step if to skip the template step if they like consciously know that their image refs are intact before running cabled. And we are like doing a best effort mocking of the values that must be fed into downwards API, like the Kubernetes version and stuff like that. What we're hoping for is these will not be frequently used to change up the image itself. So even dummy values will serve the purpose while building packages. So yeah, that's about it. And I'm going to read out Joe's message. For vendor, we need to make sure that we do not fill up kapp-controller with caching stuff. If HG is trying to cache everything, this might cause problems. So we need to be careful with this. Yeah. Like so far, we only cache like OCI artifacts and we have like size limits on that. So we need to be conscious about that with repos as well.
Right, I'm going to note this here. Okay. On to the discussion topics now. I think one item that has been put here is community meeting as is. So I think the question is whether we want to continue with the same cadence for community meeting, same time for community meeting. Any thoughts on this?
I think, so I put it in there. So I'll just say, I guess we can reduce the cadence if we see that we don't have anything to speak about. Then we can have a monthly meeting and one optional ad hoc meeting where we try to gather an agenda before meeting, but I think we're fine for now.
I was wondering, do we keep the bi-weekly meetings and reduce the time to half an hour? Or do we have 1 hour of monthly meeting?
Plus 1 to half an hour meetings.
Sounds good. I guess the only thing we should do differently is, I guess, start off with discussion topics then. Because if folks want to talk about stuff, I think it comes before announcements and we can like address it later if we have time. Or just call it out on Slack as we do.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Anything else that folks want to discuss today? Okay, so Joe feels that we should keep the meetings as is, and if required, we can stop the meeting early. Right, Joe?
I think that makes sense.
Okay, thanks, Aiden, for stopping by. All right. Thank you all for joining today's Carvel community meeting. If you're watching from home, we'd love for you to join us live. We'll see you at the next meeting. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.